Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf and I'm here to teach you all about SketchUp. Now when you first start up SketchUp, you will see this window right here. This window allows you to create your template, but for the sake of simplicity in this video, we're just gonna use the simple metric template. When you first start the app, and you may notice that there's an interesting person right here along with the X, Y and Z axis. These axes are the most important guides and reference in this whole app, so use them wisely. Now this person right here, her name is Laura. She's only here as a scale reference, but if you don't like her, you can just delete her. You may notice that the tools up here are extremely simple. We'll get to that later, but first let's start learning about these tools. This is called the line tool. With the line tool you can make simple shapes. So let's say I want to make a rectangle, just like that. Easy as that, simple. And let's say I want to make a line from this point to this point, and then from this point to this point to this point, and so on. And then you may think, you know what, I don't like the line. I'm just gonna take the eraser tool and then just delete them. Easy as that. Now this is the arc tool. There are many types of arcs depending on the situation you are in. You may use different kinds. So let's say for example I want to make an arc from here to here. Easy as that. And then I'm just gonna connect this point to this point so it makes a surface. And with the 2-point arc tool you can choose the first point and then the second point, and it will create your arc. Now this right here is called the push and pull tool, which is probably the most useful tool in the whole app. What it can do is that you can drag these shapes to make them 3D, and you can choose your height, whatever you would like. Let's say for example I want to make this the tallest one and then make this shape. Very interesting, right? Now let's say that you want to move this shape right here into any different location for a reason. Well, first of all we want to select the select tool right here, choose the whole model, and then with the move tool you can move it to wherever you want. You can move it away from you, you can move it back to where it was, and if you actually press on the keyboard the direction keys, it will lock on the axis. I'm gonna press the up key right here, and then now it's only moving on the Z axis. I'm gonna press the left key and now it only moves on the X axis, and so on. Another important tool is the rotation tool. Now we select our model again and then press the rotate tool right here. You can see that there's a ruler that is changing colors every time I change my mouse a little bit. This means that the shape is rotating around the color of the ruler. So for example now the ruler is blue, which means it's going to turn around the blue axis, just like that. But let's say I want to turn it around the green axis, so I'm gonna choose it and then rotate it. Easy peasy. Now let's use our line tool and make a new shape. Let's say for example a triangle. Okay, you may want to add walls to this, but you don't want to go around the shape adding walls. Instead you can use the tool right here which is called offset. This tool allows you to make a wall with any thickness that you want. You can just write the thickness on the keyboard. Let's say for example I'm going for a 0.3 thickness, and you can see I have made a wall right here. And then with the push and pull tool again you can select this wall and then you can make it 3D. Shortcuts are extremely important in any drawing tool and any drawing app because it will increase your efficiency by 1000% if you actually master them. So in SketchUp we can go to Window, Preferences and Shortcuts. You can actually assign each key to a different task. This way you will use your keyboard instead of mouse to, let's say for example, I want to assign the eraser tool to the key E. Now when I press E in the app, now it automatically selects the eraser tool. Let's say I want to choose the line tool. I press L, and now I can use the line tool to draw without actually going to the toolbar and pressing each tool whenever I want. Now on the right side we can find the default tray. The default tray is where you can choose your materials, your style of drawing, you can assign layers to the drawing, and you can add shadows, etc. This is where you can add more details and renders to your drawings. Now you may remember that I mentioned before the simplicity of the toolbar. Normally when you open AutoCAD, for example, you'll be lost in the sea of tools that you may be unfamiliar with. But in SketchUp, you will only use and start with the basic tools and add more to it using extensions and plugins. If I go to Google right now and type SketchUp plugins and press the first link that shows up, we can see that there are plenty of new tools you can use. For example, this one, TrueBend. With this tool, you can bend walls to your desire, which is something that is not normally doable in SketchUp. Then, let's say for example, we choose the category Drawing Tools. You will find all of these amazing tools you can add to your arsenal of weapons. This is really helpful because now you can customize SketchUp to be your personal canvas with all your favorite tools right next to you, so you can whip out amazing projects to impress your doctors, maybe clients in the future, and so on. And after all of this, I want to thank you for attending this tutorial, and I wish it was helpful, and I wish you great success.